your emotional intelligence is a reflection of your self-awareness. So what is your daily action plan, game plan to grow yourself intentionally? Why do I come to JITS as often as I can, as consistently as I can? I've talked to how many black belts. What's the key to be a successful jiu-jitsu, person? And without hesitation, the first thing is consistency. Consistency. How consistent are you at growing in the area of your emotional intelligence? At deepening your relationship with the Lord. Finding yourself in your relationship in Him. How can you grow and be more intentional at developing that self-awareness, working on your emotional intelligence every single day? Okay, so today's life lesson from jiu-jitsu. Here's the crew. Boom. This is the crew. So today's life lesson from jiu-jitsu is self-awareness. How self-aware are you? So I'm a blue belt. I've been rolling for maybe 2.5 years. And in terms of jiu-jitsu, I am self-aware at the blue belt level. But to say that I am, I have arrived at the level of peak self-awareness in jiu-jitsu is a serious overstatement, because when a black belt watches me roll, who's been doing this for 10 or 15 years, they see every little teeny thing that I'm doing wrong. Well, when I'm flowing, a lot of times I'm not even aware of what I'm doing wrong, because I'm so in the moment, because that's just where I'm at right now in my game. I get this feedback a lot when I ask for feedback after the rolls is, what can I do better? And they're like, well, you need to be 1 or 2 steps ahead. Well, at the point I'm at now, I'm just trying not to be 2 steps behind. So I'm not even at a spot where, I'm getting close to the spot where I am in the moment versus being 2 steps behind. But I'm not even close to being, okay, well, if I do this move, then they're going to do that move, then I need to be ready to do this move. I'm not even close to that right there. So be careful about saying, oh man, I'm totally self-aware. Well, again, you're self-aware at the level that you're at. But, for me, I want to just continue to stay intentional and purposeful at growing in my self-awareness, because here's another great example of the importance of self-awareness is, especially in jiu-jitsu, the less self-aware I am, the greater the chances of me injuring my training partner, because I'm not aware of my weight or my pressure or my the tension on a joint that I'm applying. And so same thing in life. If the least self-aware we are, we could be injuring our training partners, we could be injuring our spouse, our children, our co-workers, our business partners, our employees, if we are not being more and more intentional and aware of how we are impacting or influencing those around us. So that's something to just keep in mind and consider. And I'll be honest with you, there's some jits folks. The other thing too is we're supposed to be aware of our surroundings, right? Because we got a bunch of people on the mat. Well, again, same thing in life. Does your family have certain behaviors that may be injuring or negatively impacting other families around you? You know what I mean? So just that awareness, I think, is important. I don't remember exactly where it's at in the Bible, but wow, the golden rule, guys. I'm spacing here. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Man, is that holy cow, guys? See, this is why I need to I need to dig deeper into God's word. And I just read it yesterday or day before yesterday. But it's important, right? We're supposed to love those around us. John 13:34 and 35. By this, all men will know that you are my disciples if you love one another. Is our life characteristic of love? When we roll with somebody else, right, in jiu-jitsu, can they tell that we care about them as a training partner? Because I want to be as good as I can, so that I'm giving them the best training experience also, without injuring them, right? Because again, an injury, you could put somebody out for weeks or months, as is true in life. When you injure somebody, you could injure them for weeks, months, or even years. And you guys know, every one of you, I guarantee you have an injured relationship as a result of, it could be a ton of things, but I'm sure self-awareness played either on your part or their part, impacted into that, which again, in my opinion, your emotional intelligence is a reflection of your self-awareness. So what is your daily action plan, game plan to grow yourself intentionally? Why do I come to JITS as often as I can, as consistently as I can? I've talked to how many black belts. What's the key to be a successful jiu-jitsu, person? And without hesitation, the first thing is consistency. How consistent are you at growing in the area of your emotional intelligence? At deepening your relationship with the Lord? Finding yourself in your relationship in Him. How can you grow and be more intentional at developing that self-awareness, working on your emotional intelligence every single day, so that you're aware of how you're impacting. And here's the thing too, how are you impacting yourself? That's a huge one. Man, there was years where I didn't even trust myself. I didn't even believe myself. So just keep that in mind too. It's another factor there. So let's keep being intentional at our relationship with the Lord, at our relationship with those around us, at growing our emotional intelligence, so we can be the best version of ourselves that God's called us to be, so we can change the world by changing your world, by changing you.